Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pei.
And welcome. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on NBC News, CNBC News, and NBC Sports Radio Station AM 1050, FM 106.5, and streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes, TuneIn, Audible, Amazon Music, Tiki Live, Rumble, Podchaser, Streaker, Speaker, and more. And why so many places? Because I want to maximize my splatter zone for more hope and happiness. So there's no gossip here, no scandal, and no K words, no Kanye talk now, formerly, or later, because I want you to focus on your own reality show and how you can be happy 88% of the time. So I have topics and guests, and you missed any of my 1,169 consecutive shows and 629 consecutive weeks now, please do just free subscribe to my YouTube TV channel, where you can not only listen but watch as well and interact with fabulous people like my Friday co-host that you see in studio right now. For those of you who didn't know already, the buzz around town, I have a new Friday co-host. His name is Ricky Rebel. He's a Billboard Top 40 recording artist and seen on tour with Britney Spears. He's been a Grammy member since 2017 and a voting member for the Recording Academy. He was discovered by Michael Jackson, signed to his label on Sony, and later signed to Madonna's record label, Maverick Records. Please welcome back to my studio, because it is Friday, fun day, Mr. Ricky Rebel.
Awesome. So happy to be here. It's my favorite day. Friday has become my favorite day because I get to be on this show with you.
Well, you're definitely my favorite Friday co-host. That's just so I don't piss off any of the other co-hosts during the week. But it is super lovely to know you and have you work with me. And Fridays are definitely a great day for us to talk, chat, and talk about, what are we talking about today?
Today, we're going to talk about the Cannes Film Festival and the fashion.
And movies and music.
So it's a
full day.
And I know you came correct with your Dior. I love your look today. Ooh. Yes. And I'm wearing Karl Lagerfeld.
There you go. And we match. We got the memo.
We got the red memo.
We did not plan
Red and black. Red and black.
Yes, we didn't plan this. So for those of you that we orchestrated this was a hashtag Naxcidental, not accidental.
Exactly.
And I want to welcome especially the fabulous love streamers we have. I call it my cashew gallery. You are all a part now of the show, and we welcome you to comment, ask questions, try to keep it FCC clean and nice and kind, because I am on a one-woman mission, or maybe now Ricky's my partner, to put the kind back into humankind. So we are allergic to any critical hate comments. I will not put those up, but if you are kind, we'll definitely interact with you and have some fun. All right. Now, before we start the whole commentary, we had such a great time last week with the Met Gala fashion. That's why Ricky's asking to do the Cannes Festival fashion, and I love it. We want to do breakfast. We have breakfast in the morning. I do this with every co-host and every guest because it's so easy to be in a bad mood when you wake up. If you start with MS, what is MS? Meaningless scrolling. Tuning into all the negative news that's out there. So I want to anchor you and sandwich your day in the most positive way with 8 gratitudes on the top of the bun 8 appreciations, things that you like about yourself on the bottom that we model for you that you go to bed with so you get a good night's sleep. Are you ready, Ricky?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
What are you grateful for?
I am grateful for the cats, my beautiful cats. And I shared one with you.
Yes, you did.
Willow.
Beautiful.
Beautiful cats. I told you.
Yeah. Is it a Maine Coon?
I have a Maine Coon, but that was not a Maine Coon. You met my ragdoll.
That's a lot of hair.
It is.
But it's beautiful.
It's big, right? She's big.
Bigger than the Frenchie I showed you.
Yeah,
your dog son. He'll probably come up and want to be on camera.
He's precious. I like him.
So I am grateful for animals I call dogs, #unconditional dog, because they, unlike humans, are actually capable of unconditional love. So I am grateful that we have animals to work our love muscle.
Right. Speaking of love muscle, with animals, I rode a horse recently.
I saw that on your social.
Yeah, it was for my birthday. My friend got it for me a long time ago, and we decided to let's just do it. It was in Malibu. So I rode a horse, and another spiritual moment you get just being on a horse and riding around in this beautiful place in Malibu up in the mountains.
Wow.
It was incredible.
When was your birthday?
What was that? My birthday?
When was your birthday? Did I miss it?
December 2nd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's how long it took us to get our schedules in line with each other, but it worked out.
Oh, wonderful.
So I'm grateful for that moment as well.
It looked like you were having fun. And he flashed a piece too while on there. I love it.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
I am grateful that I live in Southern California. You just cannot beat the weather and the ocean. And we're just so lucky that, this is our home.
Yeah.
One more?
My partner, I really love this person very, very much. We've been together for 11 years, and he's very intelligent, and I appreciate that. I need it in my life. And look, there's his book, The Fear Problem.
There's his book. And this show is actually, the series is sponsored by your wonderful partner who has written this great book. So if you are thinking and talking all about how media and technology culture have hijacked our minds and lives, you're going to want to pick up this book, The Fear Problem, by Dr. Patrick Lockwood. You can get it at Mascot Books, Amazon, and instead of just pontificating about it, it's very research-based, and you'll want to pick it up. So thank you so much, Dr. Patrick Lockwood, for sponsoring this fabulous series with me.
Honestly, like when I say this, I think he's the most intelligent person I've ever met in my life. Without a doubt. The second you meet him and talk to him, it's like, wow. I
look forward to meeting him in person, but you all live way too far.
We do. Might as well be another state. I mean,
I joke around all the time that we actually, in the time that I travel from Long Beach to anywhere in the valley, it's in Europe. When I used to live in Brussels, that would have been 3 countries. I could literally drive from Brussels, through Germany and down to France in the same time.
In the time.
But anyways, we're not complaining. We're in gratitude.
We're in gratitude mode. Gotta remind ourselves. Yeah.
Why are we doing this? So bottom of the bun. Let's go to that. Because I like it on the bottom. Oh, sorry. Wrong show. Okay. It's the bottom of the bun is, what do I like about myself? And the reason why I do this is my BS, my belief system, that good mental health starts with self-care, self-love, self-soothing, self-care. And we're not real good at that. We are very self-critical.
Yeah.
Ricky and I've talked about this extensively. Perfectionism is not a good thing. Perfectionism is a dis-ease with life. You're never happy because
Mm,
you cannot be perfect, and you'll only be happy when you are perfect, and it's just not possible. So I want you to work that muscle of, you know what? I know, and I'll start. I appreciate that I know that I'm 88% perfect. 12% of the time, I step in it. Oh, well, I cannot be perfect. And I've accepted, and I'm much happier with myself because I just know that I'm not. And so when I do step in it, I don't should on myself, should on
mm,
myself. I actually say, okie dokie, there's my 12%. Now I get
right.
to clean up the mess, but I'll probably do it again. That's part of me. So that has helped me. And I like that about myself.
I love
Ricky.
that. What I like about myself is that I'm courageous in that I am able to love my shadow. For instance, we all have these part of ourselves that we just can't accept. But I don't love my shadow, but I'm saying I'm willing to experiment with my shadow and be malleable with it, flexible, incorporate it in my art. As you know, I have a new single called Veronica, and thank you very much. It's on available on all major music streaming platforms, and the song is talking about a character that I play where I actually dress up as a girl, and I was ashamed of all of this, to seduce certain people that I wanted to seduce. Okay, but the bottom line is I had the courage to incorporate my shadow and talk about it in person and share the music. And this is my life. This is, who I am. So I appreciate that side of myself that I tend to be a courageous person.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm trying to find something to bring up that just has that cover. I love the cover, by the way. I
Mm,
think it looks fantastic.
thank
And
you.
yeah, I want to celebrate this. We did this last week. We celebrated, but I think that people don't realize the not just the work that it takes to get into that.
Hmm.
Which one should I do? The middle one or
The
the
middle
left one?
one, the middle one,
Middle. Got it.
because that's the
Um,
cover.
right.
Yeah, Veronica.
That's beautiful.
Thank
So
you.
that's you. That's your alter ego.
It's one of my characters I have inside. I also have a Southern guy I've been exploring lately.
Oh,
Yeah.
Southern guy.
He's Southern.
All right.
But he's not FCC appropriate. I'll keep him. I'll keep him
Thank
away.
you. Thank you.
But yeah, I have a lot of different characters inside of me, and Veronica is one of them. And a lot of the people I want to seduce like this person, so I dress up like that person. But what's cool about me, or what I talk about what I like about me, is I know in my heart I'm all man, all male every day. My gender doesn't change because I'm wearing, whatever I'm free. I could wear whatever
Mhm.
I wear and still maintain who I am, or who I want to be. I hope I'm a man. Hope I'm a male. That's who I want to be. Um, but I do like to explore. And like if I put a cat outfit on me, doesn't mean that I become a cat or that I am a cat. I just have maybe some cat tendencies. Maybe I could act like a cat in certain ways. But anyway, Veronica is exploring that playful side of me, and also it's kind of a dark thing. My mom, sorry to bring you up, mom, in this way, but she was just like, don't talk about, doesn't want me to do that or share that.
What? Yeah, and to be, and I'm busy here trying to get that Spotify uh, to see if we can try to get to play it a little like I wasn't
Oh,
able
I
to
wish.
last time. But and just to, I met your mom very briefly. That in that era, it was not okay. And people there's a lot of people reacting now to all of the gender diversity that's going on, and how, and then they bring in religion, and then they bring in all kinds of horrible things. And my response always is, how horrible it is to live a life when it is dictated by the rules of a few. That we are made. Look at nature. Look at the diversity in nature. Look at the ways in which gender diversity happens in nature.
Yes.
And if you're touting God created nature, then he created all gender diversity in nature.
Bravo.
And nature is not male, female. There's so many different species that have gender diversity, and that's created by God. If you're going to use it all the way, folks. I'm allergic to religion, so. But anyways, that's my.
I am too. I think that's another reason why we get along.
Exactly.
I love God, but I'm not religious, so whatever.
Yeah. I definitely agree. It's a personal relationship, Yeah. That's important.
It's all personal.
Yes.
And when people start like touting, like they think they know something, I'm like, you don't know anything. So you don't know anything. And it's okay. I mean, I'm comfortable with the fact that I just don't know. And it's the shadow. It's the shadow. We'll never know, but until we know for real. Yeah. When we die. Can I talk about experience? My mother died and came back to life when I was a child. I mean, do we want to talk about that? Like, I mean, we can and we cannot.
I'm laughing because when we were planning the show today, like he wants to do this, and this. And I go, I guarantee you, we're not even going to get through the first two.
I know, because we have so much to talk about. But, I mean, she had an afterlife experience, to make it, just a long story short, where because we got in a terrible accident, and my mother was laying out. That's my first memory as a child. She was laying out on a freeway, just blood on a mattress, just bleeding out, dying. Okay, this is just period.
Oh, goodness.
It is what it is. But my mother said that she saw God, and that God, and she asked God if she can come back for me, if it would be, please. She said first of all, it was the greatest feeling in the whole world when you die in heaven. Okay, she said it was the most. You will never ever like understand how much love and how much freedom and whatever. It just she couldn't even describe it. She's like, I don't want to leave this place, but she's like, I left for you. And it was the biggest sacrifice I've ever done in my life to be with you. You were 3 years old. She's like, I knew that you needed me. And it's true. I did need my mother. I can't imagine who I'd be without my mother. But to circle back to Veronica, she wasn't a fan of it. But then when she saw Veronica, she's like, okay, you make a beautiful woman. All right. But that's the thing. Sometimes we got to push people to kind of be okay with certain things that they're afraid of, just a little bit. Take people into a little bit into their away from their comfort zone, and then they realize, okay, nobody died. Everybody, it's okay. It's just art.
Yeah, nobody turned into salt. Nobody turned into a pillar of salt.
You're just experimenting. You're just having fun. Have fun with your life. It's very short, you guys. If you want to put on a wig, if you want to color your hair, I just dyed my hair black. Do it. Life is short. You want to wear what you want to wear, put it on. You don't know how many times I've heard people say, I'm too old for that. I'm too this for that. I'm too conservative for that. I'm too liberal for that. It's just like, do it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a very short dash between birth and death. It's not that long, right? Average now 78 years, I think, whatever that average is. And for your mom, she had, like, I'd have yet to hear anyone come back and say it was horrible there. I think maybe there's one account of someone who I guess saw purgatory, the way they describe purgatory, but everybody else has said glowing lights, peaceful
Mm-hmm.
feeling, music, serenity, just this, like you said, it was beautiful and I didn't want to come back, right?
Euphoria.
So that tells me, this is how I describe death. We come from love into birth and we go back into love at death. So death is nothing to be afraid of. I am not afraid of death.
You're
I
not,
know
huh?
where
You're
I'm
not?
going at all. I live
I'm afraid.
every day
I'm
as
nervous.
if this is my last day. And so,
Mm,
who's to say that I cannot try something different? Now, we're not telling you that you need to do this or you need to
no.
believe this way. If you're religious and it works for you, good on you. But I would appreciate if you didn't try to change me into what you want me to believe. That's the part, the religious people say, in my father's house there are many rooms in his mansion or something like that. But they act like my room is in the penthouse and your room is in the doghouse or the basement or, out there. And that's the judgment side that just completely ruins religion for
It does.
me.
It does.
You know,
I was judged very harshly
yeah, for
as a kid.
sure. The
Yeah.
judgment aspect of it. And again,
And it
judge
pushes
yourself.
people away from
Don't
the
judge
beautiful
me.
message of Jesus Christ. It pushes people away from
Exactly.
what his message was, which is the opposite of what that is. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
ironic because they
So,
say they
yes. And
want, yeah.
if you've just tuned in, this is not a religious show. Actually, we were going to talk, and we still will
Is the
talk
FCC approved to
about
say that word?
fashion. But this is the thing about breakfast with Dr. Marissa and Ricky Rebel on the Hollywood Rebel Report every Friday on Take My Advice. I'm Not Using It. Get
Oh,
Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, the station that leaves no listener behind, AM 1050, FM 106.5. And we are here having breakfast to start the show. Gratitude's on top. And we're talking about appreciation. And I think we'll close the appreciation by saying, I think both of us appreciate how we have embraced diversity in our own
mm,
lives and that we
mm,
are just encouraging everyone to be okay with themselves, whatever that is, and
mm.
not judge yourself first and foremost, and then not judge others. Is that a good sum up of what we've just been talking about?
Yeah, that's beautiful. I agree.
Yes, and we have a beautiful comment here that I think validates what we're saying. Life is short. Live your life to the fullest. We're here only temporarily. Hi, Ricky, Dr. Marissa. My dad passed away August 22nd, 2022. Miss him dearly. One day you'll be with him.
Oh,
So
babe.
beautiful, Kiki. Thank you so
Mm.
much for writing that. I just got chills. I did not. I used to say I lost my dad. I didn't lose him. I know exactly where he is. He's actually here. Um,
I'm
and I'll
tearing up
share.
again. I'm tearing
Yeah.
up again.
Oh, there you go. Yay. I love
I,
it when Ricky tears up on my show because that means his heart's open
I'm so
and
annoyed.
tears are the disinfectant that keep our hearts soft. So thank you for opening your heart, Ricky. And Kiki, my dad also 20, his was 2020. No, sorry, 2000, the year 2000, February 27th, lymphoma was the battle that he lost. But, and I'll share since we're sharing, oh, well, we're just going to have to go real quick after the
Do it.
break.
Let's do it.
This is for you, Kiki. And anyone who has quote unquote lost someone that they absolutely love. And I am known for this story. I haven't said it in a long time. So I was missing my dad particularly hard one night, and I had a dream, and
Mm.
I dreamt that I was flying, and I was flying up, 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 up. I was in heaven, and I saw my dad sitting in front of this giant big screen TV with a bunch of people all around him. And I'm like, And I'm like, Dad, what are you doing? So I flew in closer, and every like minute or two, all of them would stand up and cheer and yeah, whoa, and they'd be so happy. And it was just this amazing, burst of positive, beautiful love energy every minute or so. I'm flying closer and closer and closer. And I see not only is my dad, but all the people, Michael Maine, my graduate best friend who left from AIDS. I saw my dog Destiny. I saw all the people who loved me sitting with my dad cheering. And I went closer. What are they watching? And on the big screen TV was my life. And they were there, front row seats, cheering me on in my life. And Kiki, that's what your dad's doing with you.
Yeah.
And that's what every loved one, they are never gone. Their body is gone, but their positive love energy will always be with you, always cheering on. They're loving you in a way they could not love you here. And that is unconditionally, conspiring always for you, never against you. And I know that that's true. And if you're listening, you're like, yeah, maybe in your life, Dr. Marissa, but not mine. I will hold that truth for you until you believe it. And I promise you, when you accept it and believe it, even without proof, you'll have a better life because you won't be so angry, you won't be so sad, and you won't be so pissed off that they're gone.
Yeah. This is the ultimate conversation. When it comes to reality.
Fashion aside.
When it comes to reality.
Yeah.
And how to be happy.
Oh, I love it when you cry. I'm so sorry. Kiki, it's very hard. I break down a lot. I see him on matches. I know he's still with me. Exactly. And, when you are breaking down, I said tears are the disinfectant that keep your heart soft. I believe we should cry every week because if we don't cry, then we're not being part of ourselves. But when we get stuck in that pain and we don't balance it out with joy and love and peace and fun and laughter, then we begin to unbalance. That's why I always say it's all about balance, right? Peace in, peace out, world peace, inner peace, because balance is the key to a beautiful life, right? Feel sad. When you feel sad, feel sad. When you feel mad, feel mad. Try not to spew on anybody, then you'll have to apologize. But feel your feelings, all of it. But most of the time, feel something that makes you smile and take care of your skin, like we talked about last week.
Right.
Right? So anyway, let's take a quick break. I want to share with you a little a commercial, and then we're going to come right back and go into the topic. But
Okay.
I'm not apologizing for what we just did, because obviously that was exactly what we were supposed to do. But for those of you who are dying to learn about the promo that I put out about the fashion at Cannes Festival, we will come back with that. We'll be right back in 2 and 2 on the Hollywood Rebel Report.
All right. We're back.
1 second. We are back, and we're going to play this quick commercial. Are you living in fear? Have technology and culture hijacked our minds and lives? Yes, fear is a natural biological response with plenty of evolutionary benefits. But has it gone too far? Find the answer to that question in the riveting book by Dr. Patrick Lockwood, The Fear Problem, available at Amazon and Mascot Books. So get your copy today.
Awesome.
And we're back. Thanks for joining us. This is Dr. Marissa reporting live from her loving room with my fabulous co-host, Ricky Rebel. And we're so excited that you're here for Friday Fun Day with the Hollywood Rebel Report. And Ricky Rebel is being sponsored by just that commercial, Dr. Patrick Lockwood. Thank you so much. And you'll have to pick up that book from Mascot Books or Amazon Music. And we have a very active and very kind Cashew Gallery chat going on. We've got Kiki, who has been wonderful in helping us sort through a topic of death that we didn't plan on talking about. So if you missed it, just go to my YouTube TV channel, free subscribe, and you will get this episode, as well as my red carpet playlist, where I get to interview people like Halle Berry, John Travolta, Quincy Jones, and more. And we're so delighted you're here because we are going to go straight into the topic that we were planning on doing. Last week, if you were here with us, we absolutely loved making as many positive comments as possible for the Met Gala fashion. And we're going to let Ricky take it away with the fashion at the Cannes Film Festival.
Yes. Okay, we put our tissues away, and now we're going to talk about fashion. My favorite subject, baby. And your favorite, one of your favorite subjects too. So
it is.
Let's share the screen. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Let's present it.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So we're just going to play the video without sound. These are the best red carpet looks at the 2024 Cannes Film Festival. Here we go. First up, Emma Stone in Louis Vuitton.
Beautiful. I love this.
Yeah, I do too. Beautiful color. Let's describe it for the people who are listening on the radio.
Yes.
Describe this.
She matches us, burgundy tone. The V-neck is just the most flattering V-neck, and apropos for her Poor Things, a little scandalous, lot of bare skin on that, but not bare skin like the animal, bare skin. that it's tasteful, right? Because I know that when I thought she might like do something see-through like we saw in at the Met, right, with some of those outfits, but no, right. I love it.
You're going to find a lot of fashion, I think, that you're going to really connect with. This is a very classy event. Let's take a look at the next. And look.
I do love Louis, my favorite.
Demi Moore and Giorgio Armani. Well, first of all, I mean, she looks amazing. I'm not quite sure how old she is at this point, but she looks ageless, gorgeous, great body. The dress, I'm feeling a little bit like barnacles on a boat. Are you getting that vibe?
You know, I see it now. Once you
is it like
put
acne?
It up there, but I like it. I like it.
I like the cut. I like the silhouette. I love
the color.
The cinched, but I mean, it looks like a little bit like psoriasis or something.
She's 61.
She
looks fantastic.
Beautiful. A beautiful woman.
Do you know she was born in Roswell, like the UFO thing in New Mexico?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I know she was in one of my... Okay, so we're going to go down the line. We just saw Demi. This is great. Demi's in Balenciaga. So a lot of them like changed into different looks.
Just like at the Met Gala. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They get more than one chance to show off.
They do.
I prefer the other one.
Oh,
this
you do?
One to me looks more mermaidy.
Yeah. You might be getting kind of like that drag queen cheap vibe, like with the Well, I think it's expensive. I think if we got close to it, it's not rhinestones. Okay. It's not like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
cheap.
yeah.
You know what
For
I
sure.
mean? If we went close to it, I'm sure the texture is like really made out of really beautiful things. But yeah,
Hmm.
I like the color. I do on her.
Hmm.
Okay, next. Mm, Anna Taylor Joy in Dior. I love
Beautiful.
it. I love it.
I love it too. Princess, elegant, without too frou-frou.
Yeah. It's a modern nude color. I like
Is
it.
it? It looks white on Mike.
Is it white? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I guess the
Well,
lights.
no. I mean, it may be nude to you, but on this screen, who knows?
Yeah, it's like almost like I guess it is like
It's like
yeah,
a sheer.
yeah, it's nice.
Sheer, not naked.
It's fleshy.
Thank you, by the way, to the Cashew Gallery. We're getting a lot of fingers. Not that, but people are giving us the
Oh,
finger.
good. Yeah, they're
This
loving it.
one and
They like
some
this one.
hearts there too. Thank you so much.
This is Anya Taylor Joy and Jill Sander. Uh, I think we're both iffy on this one.
Well, it doesn't look like something on the carpet. And she isn't on the carpet. She is somewhere looking
Yeah,
over. Yeah.
that's her day look, I guess. I mean,
Right, right.
I'm not a fan of the ripped. I don't know what you call it, frayed look
Mhm. Yeah, me neither.
on this. It cheapens it, in my opinion. All right,
I agree.
next. Ooh, Kirsten Dunst in Gucci. I took acting class with Kirsten Dunst when I was a
You
kid.
did. How
Yeah,
cool is
a few
that?
times. A few
She,
times.
yeah, my dad, he was such a nerd. He
Mm.
totally designer nothing. I gave him a designer shirt and he said, why would I wear something with someone else's name on it?
That makes sense.
So he would call Gucci Gucky.
Gucky.
Mhm. Sorry.
I like this. I mean, it's simple.
Yeah,
It's not. It doesn't stand out to me as anything particularly special,
correct.
but I feel that way about a lot of black. I mean,
But
simple
at
black
least
things.
it's not an oil spill.
It's definitely not an oil spill.
If you missed that, that was last week. Oh
Uh,
no, 2 weeks ago. Was that 2 weeks ago?
I think so. Yeah, Uma Thurman. We'll never forget the day of the oil spill. It'll live in infamy. Now, this is Uma Thurman in Burberry, and
Love it.
yeah,
Love it. Love it. That's a
classy.
jacket I would wear for
It's hot.
sure.
It's hot. Now, this definitely has a differentiation between the nude aspect and the white, right?
Correct.
Are we seeing
Yeah.
that? Okay.
Yeah. It's like cafe au lait.
Yeah, interesting. To pair white with nude. That's cool. Um, I love it.
I do too.
Plus, I love her, so that helps.
I do too.
One of my favorite actresses. So, next, Hunter Schafer in Armani Privé.
Mm.
It's unique. This is
It
unique.
is very unique. The contrast again, like pockets in a dress, or is that a dress? It is a dress, I think, on the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Are those
I love
pockets?
the
She has her
shoes.
hands in her pockets.
The shoes.
The shoes, yes. Those are
Yeah, I don't know if you saw. I got a soundbite with Jennifer Hudson when I was in Vegas at the National Association of Broadcasters,
ah.
their show, and I had time for one question. Guess what I asked her?
What did you ask her?
Where'd you get your shoes? I
And
couldn't resist. They were so cool.
were they cool?
I'm a big shoe person.
Yeah,
Quick
those are great
story.
shoes.
There's a commercial. Ricky, you'll love this commercial. The camera goes in on the woman. She's on her pillow and she has this look of satisfaction, like she just, you know what? And so it comes in and then it pans out and you're ready to see a gorgeous guy on the next pillow, and
Yeah.
it's a shoe.
That would so be me.
That's me. I used to sleep with my new shoes.
Oh, look at this. Naomi Campbell in vintage Chanel.
Oh.
This is a winner.
Yeah. Is that like a see-through?
Yeah, it's see-through.
Very cool.
She could pull off a trash bag. I mean, let's be honest. But this is definitely not a trash bag. It's vintage Chanel. It's classy, um, a little risque for the Cannes Festival, but she makes it look very elegant. I like, I love Naomi. There's another Naomi look here. Look at that. This is later that night in Dolce Gabbana. What are your thoughts? I want to know what you think about this first before I chime in.
It's almost Mad Max looking to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, again, I think they have different looks for different settings. For that setting, it's perfect.
It's like
but
a
on
party.
The carpet, it's
Yeah.
a little. It's not cool enough for me.
I'm sure you've been to the Cannes Festival, right?
Not yet. That's another
Not yet?
one on my bathtub list.
Ah,
I have a bathtub list because it's bigger than a bucket. I can't fit all of my stuff into a bucket. And I want to say hi, LE is giving us a hello themselves.
Hello.
Yes, I am naturally high. So, thank you. All right, next. And darling, we have like 13 minutes left.
Okay, so we'll just do two more. I've been to the Cannes Festival. I performed at the Cannes Festival. Yes.
That's awesome.
2000, I don't know, was it 17 or 18? Yeah. And
Wow.
I got to go to the parties, and these are the parties that they're going to, and I tell you, they're really great, beautiful parties. People from all around the world. That's what I loved about it. The fact that there were so many gorgeous. I've never seen that many gorgeous people in one place. Let's look at Jane Fonda.
She looks fabulous. Talking about
and Ellie
ageless.
Saab. Yeah. Yeah. I like the black part. I don't know about the coat. Is that like a leopard print? I don't know. I was told that leopard is kind of a. Are you there? Where'd you go?
Yeah, I'm here. It's Friday trash day, so I'm just trying not to put that background.
Oh yeah, for me too. I have Friday
stuff.
trash day.
Yeah, but guess how old Jane Fonda is?
How old is she? 70 something?
86.
Ah, all right. She's getting the Work It award. Okay, last one.
The Rock.
She gets my Work It award for the age department. Okay, next we have Meryl Streep in Dior. Another one.
It's one of my favorite actresses.
Yeah, let's talk about talent. Another talent there.
Incredible.
Not a fan.
Crazy about the dress,
No,
to be honest.
I'm not either. No.
Okay.
It doesn't fit her well. It's
No.
lumpy.
Yeah, and she looks so fabulous. She
deserves better.
Yeah.
She deserves better. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's that. That rounds it
Awesome.
out. Yeah. Did we want to talk about the other
the Billboard,
the Apple Music?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're gonna stop screening.
And as he's bringing that up, boy, we're just having lots of background noise here. I don't know, JD, if you can hear it, but
I can hear it. Yeah.
Well, actually, it's a good transition music to the next topic.
Like we're at the club.
While he's pulling that up, I just wanted to give a shout out for some really good movies that are on right now in the theater. Ricky and I found out we have another thing in common. We love going to the movies, and if you haven't been back, you're going to live in fear of COVID for the rest of your life. Please come on. I had not gone with him. Oh, there he is. Come here.
Oh.
This is my grand dog son. You asked if he would. Hey, it's the fire thing. But there's some super good movies out there. The one with Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, you will have to go see that and just laugh your assets off. I laughed my assets off.
What's the name of it? What's the name?
I'm looking now. I knew you were going to ask that. I have such a The Fall Guy.
Okay.
The Fall Guy. It's
Got it.
so good. And so that's my pick of the week for
He's
movies.
amazing. Yeah.
And then go ahead. You're going to show us. I'm going to put up here.
Yeah, we're going to look at Apple Music reveals their top 10 albums of all time on 100 best lists. It was a very controversial list. Some people agreed and some people disagreed. But we're going to have a conversation right now. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill takes the number 1 spot. And I don't know if you've ever heard that record. Do you remember that record?
No. And this is what I was saving to tell you. Because Ricky's like, well, we'll pick you do your top 5 and I'll do the fact of the matter is I was raised so religious that I didn't have a radio until I was 18.
Oh my God.
And out of the house. So my education and my experience with music and I love music, and I do a lot of on location reporting of jazz festivals. That's my expertise because I love jazz. But as far as albums and listening and song of the top of the charts, I'm very I can't use that word anymore. I'm very disabled, right, in that area. So you're the expert. You take it away.
Okay. Well, she had a huge hit. Well, the whole album was a huge hit at the time. I don't think it's in my opinion, the number 1 best album of all time, but I definitely think that it was an incredible record. Yeah, it gives me lots of memories thinking about those songs. Number 2, which I think should have been number 1, is Michael Jackson Thriller. We know that record, right?
Yeah, I do know that record, and I've actually had the partner, his dance partner, Ola Ray.
Yeah, I saw that. The dancer. You guys.
Yeah, she's been on my show a couple times. We're actually friends, so I would vote for that for sure. Number 1. I
agree. This, in my opinion, should have been number 1. And then we have the Beatles, of course. Abbey Road. That's not my favorite Beatles album, but apparently it's iTunes. I think it was voted upon. I think this whole thing was voted upon.
I was just about to ask you how they decided that.
Yeah, I think people voted. Purple Rain. I'm so glad it's here. This is one of my favorite albums of all time. I'm so glad they had this one. Purple Rain by Prince. This is in my definite top 5 albums of all time. When Doves Cry. I'm a big purple hippie, they call us. People who are obsessed with Prince. I'm a purple hippie. So I'm very happy for him. Now, this is very strange. I don't know why. Blonde by Frank Ocean. I'm not quite sure why. I don't know who this. Honestly, I have to listen to this. I've never even heard it. Frank Ocean is a new artist. He's actually LGBT, a part of the LGBT community, which is pretty cool. But I have to listen to his work. I haven't heard it.
Interesting.
Oh, Stevie Wonder, the sound. This is so good. Songs in the Key of Life. This is an amazing record. My parents used to play this for me. They had actual albums, and we used to play this record, and a lot of cool Beatles songs, Elton John. They had a really good collection, and this was in their record collection. So I know all of these songs.
That's so cool. And I don't know if you know this. Stevie recognizes my voice. He recognizes me because I met him because of my big brother, Michael Bernard Beckwith. He's a member of Agape. He comes and sings and just comes to chill out services at the Saban. And so I say that he recognizes me because I was at my friend Piper Dellum's father's service. He's the one that got Nelson Mandela freed in South Africa. And so Stevie was there to perform. And so he was backstage, obviously. And I went back there and I said, "Hey, Stevie." And he looked up and he recognized my voice. So it was so cool to be recognized by Stevie Wonder. And
it's incredible.
Love him. He's amazing.
Yes, he is.
He is grateful that I've known, and that with him.
He's a legend.
He is.
One of the greatest.
He's a true GOAT, right?
Vocalist of all time. Yeah, one of the greatest vocalists of all time.
Yeah. And I went to
CD.
get my grand dog son just to say hello because I realized that he's not going to be able to say hello over the weekend because I'm not on. So
Got it. I love it. And then we have this person, Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, he's a rapper. Um, I personally, I'm not even going to comment.
okay, yeah, I probably safe.
By not commenting, I made a big comment. No, he's extremely talented rapper for sure. Top 10. I'm like, okay, we can talk about that later. But Amy Winehouse, yes, this is great. I'm glad she made this. You know Rehab, right? That song?
Yes. Na 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 na.
Yeah, that's her.
Yeah.
Great story. She has a movie out right now. My parents just watched it, and she said it was a really moving movie. I love her voice. I've always loved Amy Winehouse. I love this record. It's a masterpiece. So yeah. Nirvana. Smells Like Teen Spirit. Yes, they belong here. Absolutely. This is a punk band. Well, punk became pop grunge. It's grunge band. Remember in the 90s? They had many hits off of this record. It's definitely a grunge masterpiece. Nirvana. And this one, Beyonce, Lemonade. I just no comment from the peanut gallery. I mean, top 10, really? But I will say I do love the song Formation. I think it's a great song. But this album is very deep. A lot of people have a big connection to it. One of my best friends, she got kind of upset because I didn't have as big connection to it as she did. But I can't relate, you know? And that's what's great about music is like, it's very personal. It's not something that you could just, it's universal, right?
Right.
But that includes all of our top 10. That includes all of it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And we are up against, we have 3 minutes left.
Great.
And
now 2 minutes.
Am I on camera?
No, your little face.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I just lost the connection there, but you can hear me. So we'll just make do. And that way you can't see my butt right now because I just turned around. But you can definitely still hear me. And I'm so glad that we got through all of those things that we set out to do and more. And if I pop out, I'm going to try to pop back in, but I'm going to let you talk with your final word today, and then I'll come back in.
Perfect. All right. So the final word today is that I am going to be performing live, Ricky Rebel and Tori K live at the Hotel Cafe this Sunday, May 26th, $10 to get in. Its doors open at 8:30 p.m. So if you're in the Hollywood area, I would love for you to come out. And I'm going to present that on the screen right now.
Awesome.
Flyer. Here it is. There it is. Ricky Rebel and Tori K live at the Hotel Cafe, Sunday, May 26th. So come out to the show. And if you want more information, you can go to rickyrebelrocks.com for tickets. Thank you.
Yay! That's this Sunday, right?
Yeah, this Sunday.
Yeah. My kids are in town, as you saw, my grand dog's son. So I'm going to try to come, but if I can't come to this one, I definitely am coming to another one.
Absolutely. I love that.
Yeah.
We'd
and
Ellie,
thank you for noticing that you're part of the cashew gallery, but it's actually a peanut gallery. But we're happy that you're here. It's been a great time today. Thank you so much for participating. We're in 20 seconds. It's all about balance, peace in, peace out, world peace through inner peace. Thank you, Ricky Rebel.
Thank you, Dr. Marissa.
With the mostest. Break a leg on Sunday. Congratulations on Veronica. Have the best weekend ever. We'll see you on Monday.
KCAA Loma Linda. The Legacy KCAA 1050 AM and Express 106.5 FM.
NBC News Radio, I'm Lisa Carton. This Memorial Day weekend marks the start of a busy summer travel season. Lisa Taylor reports.
The air travel surge has begun in what looks to be the busiest summer travel season on record in this unofficial start to summer weekend. Senior correspondent Tom Costello on what to expect.
Nearly 44 million of us heading out for the long weekend. With a TSA screening, nearly 3 million people just today at airport checkpoints. The busiest airports, no surprise, Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Chicago, and LAX. But the FAA is still short some 3,000 air traffic controllers, despite a massive hiring effort.
Too many air traffic controllers are retiring, and too many